Hello and welcome back to House of Astralis. My name is Kayla and I am your cosmic guide. Today we will be going over Scorpio season, as you can tell by the title, and I am very excited about it. Very biased too, of course, because my birthday is in the season. So very happy, very excited, very ready. Probably one of the most readies I've been for my birthday in a long time. And as this is a general reading, please be at peace with anything that does not fit. Trust that it'll be meant for something else and that you have received the messages that you need to know at this time. I intend for this to be a timeless reading. You can listen to this during Scorpio season. If you are a Scorpio, maybe you're drawn to it for that. And happy birthday, my fellow Scorpio baddies. I hope we all have a fantastic solar return. I hope this month treats everybody well. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you need to. If you have any friends who you might feel like can use this message, do it. Trust that Spirit is guiding you for a reason and it'll help others who need to hear these messages find them. And before we get into the cards, the Ritual Planner workbook did have this little section on Scorpio season, so I figured I can go ahead and give it a read. I will, of course, put timestamps in the description if you don't want to listen. As October draws to a close, we find ourselves crossing the threshold into Scorpio season, a profound shift from Libra's diplomatic air into the mysterious depths of fixed water. This transformation arrives on October 2nd for me, 22nd for me, as I am in Pacific time. It's like almost 9 p.m. that night, coinciding with the ancient celebration of Samhain and the thinning of the veil between worlds. Scorpio doesn't simply change the season, it alchemizes it entirely. Positioned in the zodiac's 8th house of transformation, death, and rebirth, Scorpio represents our collective journey into the underworld of the psyche. After Libra's focus on external harmony and relationship dynamics, Scorpio turns our attention inward to the hidden realms, the secrets we keep, the shadows we avoid, and the profound transformations that occur when we're brave enough to face what lies beneath the surface. Scorpio's water element manifests as deep, still pools rather than flowing streams. Unlike Cancer's protective, nurturing waters, or Pisces' boundless oceanic consciousness, Scorpio's waters are transformative, capable of dissolving what no longer serves and regenerating what's essential. There's an intensity to Scorpio's approach that can feel overwhelming, yet the sign's gift is its ability to guide us through necessary endings toward authentic renewal. With both Mars and Pluto as its rulers, Scorpio brings a unique combination of warrior courage and underworld wisdom to our November days. Mars provides the strength to confront difficult truths, while Pluto offers the power to transform through deep excavation of the soul. This dual rulership explains Scorpio's reputation for both destruction and regeneration. It must break down the old to birth the new. As a fixed sign, Scorpio possesses tremendous staying power and emotional depth. While Scorpio's intensity can seem daunting, once the sign commits to transformation, it pursues the work with unwavering dedication. These weeks offer us similar opportunities to dig deep and commit fully to our own metamorphosis. The scorpion symbol reveals only one aspect of this sign's evolutionary journey. Scorpio also encompasses the eagle, rising above base instincts through wisdom, and the phoenix, complete transformation through symbolic death and rebirth. This reminds us that Scorpio season isn't about dwelling in the darkness, but about finding the light that can only be discovered by moving through it. Key themes to work with during Scorpio season include transformation and rebirth. These weeks invite us to release what we've outgrown and embrace the unknown possibilities that emerge from endings. Shadow work and hidden truths. Scorpio illuminates what we've kept buried, offering opportunities for healing through honest self-examination. Intimacy and vulnerability. Moving beyond surface connections, this season calls for authentic sharing and emotional courage. Power and control, examining our relationship with power, where we give it away, where we misuse it, and how to wield it responsibly. As we enter Scorpio season this November, We're called to embrace the sacred work of transformation. The fixed water energy empowers us to dive deep, stay present with intensity, and trust the regenerative process. Consider what in your life is ready for composting. Which patterns, relationships, or beliefs have you outgrown? How might you honor both the endings and the beginnings that Scorpio season brings? So, definitely a powerful time to dig deep, get into the inner work that might be holding you back. You know, a lot of people talking about New Year's resolutions, New Year, New Me, but really it's this time that gives you the opportunity to really work through a lot of that crap before the new year comes, and then you can really instill some new beliefs, some new opportunities for yourself. So, good luck. I'm right there with you. I'm going exactly through many of this, and yeah, I can't wait to see what's on the other side of me after this. Not even just a season, but you know. Anyways, to start us off, we have the intuition. How can you work on your intuition this month, this season? Number 16, stay open, set sail, and surrender. You'll receive more intuitive guidance and more co-creative assistance from spirit if you surrender now. Stop paddling, put up your oars, and let the river take you. Stay open to unexpected bends in the river, guiding you to the perfect port. Don't strategize, just recognize divine direction. Master intuition by staying open-minded. Ooh, read that again. Go through it again. Breathe that in, because I think that's going to be some reassurance and something to really keep telling yourself throughout the season, especially if you are working on your intuition. You know, ebbs and flows. It's never going to be fully open, it's never going to be closed. Just be at peace. The fortune teller oracle, a hidden power within you is awakening. Embrace it. This is exactly the intuition, and I did the new moon in Libra, and it happens the day before the Scorpio season starts. So that did talk about an intuitive growth spurt. So a hidden power within you is awakening. Embrace it. Let me know what that is. If you find that out, let me know. Good luck. Have fun. And these 3 cards here are things that might pop up for you. And I asked what house, and that's the 5th house. And the 5th house is of self-expression, passion, fun, creativity, pleasure, inner child, children in general, romance, and again, creative stuff like projects, leisure time, the things you do just to do them because you like them. We've got 45, ascendancy. We've got 34, rebirth. There it is. And we've got number 3, intervention. This one flew out, by the way. I was only going to do 2, but that one flew out. So if we say this is in your 5th house, ascendancy, maybe there's some... Oh, okay. I saw the self-expression, the being able to bloom, really blossom and bloom. And maybe this will happen before the... Not the... Well, I guess it could be the full moon, but that's on my birthday, actually. So that's pretty soon after it starts, but maybe at the end of the month with the new moon, even though this is a full moon. You know, either way, it takes some time. But yeah, there's a blooming here. You're going to bloom in this aspect. And we've got rebirth, so blooming. And the butterfly comes out of its cocoon and blooms, you know, spreads its wings and becomes the beauty that it is. It metamorphosizes. Is that a word? It transforms tremendously, and something in your 5th house is definitely going to be rebirth. I can see that as a creative project, again, self-expression, passion, whatever you're working on in your 5th house, look towards that. And intervention is interesting because maybe some like divine intervention, right? Or divine direction, maybe. Oh, and then the intuitive card does say set sail and surrender. And this is a giant boat. So just going with the flow of the water. So stop paddling, let the river take you. So I think if you come across any blocks, you have to trust that it's meant to be there and just go with it. Go with it, and you might have an easier time instead of trying to work against it. First question: what part of you is ready to die and be reborn? We've got the Three of Wands. Literally the planning, the strategizing. It says it over here. Don't strategize, just recognize divine direction. So if you keep getting caught up in having to plan everything out, you need to let that go. That's not helping you at this time. Maybe it's hindering you more than you realize. So it's time to be reborn and go with the flow there. Stop trying to make things happen. Well, stop trying to force things to happen. Stop trying to give it an idea and see it through exactly this way, because sometimes it won't always look exactly like that, exactly like you pictured. What truth or shadow are you being asked to confront with courage? We have the Page of Pentacles. Discernment for me stood out so fast because she's built this, she has this, and maybe you've picked up things in the past that were not yours, that you maybe shouldn't have, or something that would maybe just wasn't as helpful for you. So it's maybe confronting those patterns as to why you picked it up in the first place. Was it peer pressure? Was it because you are self-sabotaging? There's so many things, and I think you just have to confront that shadow, that you have done things in the past that were not in your best interest, but you can change that now. This is a time of newness, new cultivation. So let it go where it needs to. It's like doing a ritual and putting it back to the earth. I also got pointed to some work that I'm doing regarding boundaries. Long story short, to spare you all the details, I realized that boundaries are more than just interpersonally, and there's so many ways boundaries can be put up and practiced. And one of them is focus. So for me, I like to learn, I like to do a lot of things, and it's almost like jumping from project to project, from one thing to another. So I had to get really clear with myself and learn some boundaries regarding my focus points and the time that I can use to work on one thing. So it's like picking things up before you even get to really learn or integrate something all the way. So if you find yourself doing that, maybe getting distracted, maybe it is because that fifth house is so lightened up. You are just attracted to so many things and so many projects that if you're not finishing them, that's where I think the issue is. Again, you're not integrating the last thing before picking up something else, and then this thing's going to get dropped when you find something shinier. So I think with that shadow, you have to confront where you do that and what you do it with. It can be so many things. It can be people, right? If you're constantly in and out of relationships, ask yourself why. And if you're putting so many projects on yourself, multitasking in a way, just confront that and see where that leads you. How can you cultivate deeper emotional intimacy and vulnerability in your life? So this is the Fool. This is telling you to be open and authentic, quite literally, new beginnings. And you know what? It's leaving the shadow portal behind. So it's doing all the shadow work and then coming out just free, relaxed even, and happy to start something new, knowing that that's all behind you. You've done all that work, and you're not alone, but you've done all that work, and so you don't have to carry it forward. There's a new beginning here. So maybe this is inviting you to do some serious shadow deep work here, because that will lead to deeper emotional intimacy and vulnerability if you're able to ascend from the darkness of your psyche and ascend into the light, right? So trying something new, being open to it and not so guarded. Where are you being called to reclaim your power? Four of Swords. This is your mental space. This is your own stillness in your mind. This is being able to cultivate something new, to sit in not silence per se, but stillness, and become one within yourself to know the world around you. When you're able to tap into oneness, and you can expand yourself in so many other ways. And if you've had energy that was taken away because of fear, control, old wounds, whatever that may be, if you can come at the end of the day and say that you can get in touch with yourself in this way. Meditation doesn't have to look the same for everybody, but if you can cultivate your mental power, I think that is just so. Oh, a hidden power is within you is awakening. Embrace it. Interesting. So yeah, again, I don't know if I finished that thought, but it's if you can come and say that you have not necessarily control of your own mind, but you have a handle on it and you know yourself, I think that's really great power within itself. So reclaim it, reclaim your own mind, your own thoughts. What sacred transformation is taking root beneath the surface? So these two cards came out in the new moon in Libra video. I shuffled. I did a really good shuffle, but they both came out, and I think, obviously everything happens for a reason. But what sacred transformation is taking root beneath the surface? This is exactly the fifth house. This is exploration, self-expression, passion, fun, being able to embody that inner child to just have fun and play without worrying about so many other things. So maybe that's tapping back into your inner child. It's just exploring in general. I think there's a big transformation there for you. It can be maybe you were scared before, but now with this newness, it's like, you know what? Take me somewhere new, something I've never experienced before. And there's a lot of power in saying that you can do it. And even if you're scared, you still did it. You still learned from it. So some passion in all around, for sure. How can you honor both the endings and beginnings that this season brings? With the Chariot, I mean, yin and yang, right? You have the lightness and the darkness. So it's being able to do both without being scared of either one and not seeing either one as the bad guy. And moving forward despite endings, right? Despite the interventions that might happen and what seems like blocked, you still have the willpower to move forward and not really get so hung up on all of that. It's okay, that happened. Well, I still have the strength and the willpower to move forward despite that. If I have to let it go, I have to let it go. And that's ultimately how you do the rebirth, right? If you don't get stuck in these cycles and loops of feeling sad and feeling burdened or blocked, that's when transformation can happen. And it's moving forward even if things work out for you. It's moving forward because they worked out. It's moving forward because they didn't work out. There's so many ways to see this. I think just having a balanced outlook for sure. But forward movement, progressing regardless, is going to be your best friend. This is number 7. 3 and 4 is 7. Interesting. Oh, and we do have 2 messengers here. The pages, Earth and Fire. So that does also talk about balance between the elements. If you're so caught up and fired up, you really have to ground your expectations in reality, and it's not that you can't manifest, whatever you want, but if you are having too much of a control on the specific outlook, then it's time to get real with yourself and have room for intervention and blocks to come up and freedom to be creative with it. It doesn't have to look all the same way. Another message paired with these 2 pages. This page to me is telling this page, the Page of Wands is telling the Page of Pentacles not to be afraid to pick up this new thing and explore. Don't be so scared of the newness. Pick it up. Use discernment, of course. And like we already talked about, if you are spreading yourself all over the place and too thin, that's where your discernment comes in and protects you. But you can be playful with things. It doesn't have to be so serious all the time. Awesome. That's all I have for you today. I hope you have a fantastic Scorpio season. I can't wait for it. It's gonna fly by just like the rest of the year. But I'm excited. I hope you are excited and I hope it treats you well. Thank you in advance for the interaction. And I forgot to mention it in the beginning, but by the time that this video goes up, I should have my Etsy up officially, my Etsy store. So I will start to link those, and you can still book with me through the booking form and stuff that I already have, or through Etsy, whichever you prefer. Honestly, it's the same. So thank you for being here, and I can't wait to do this again for you next time.